Welcome to New Coin Quarter Dollar, the home of rare and valuable US coins hiding in plain sight. Every year, collectors uncover surprising treasures among coins that most people overlook. One of the most fascinating examples is the 1941 Lincoln wheat penny. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary 1-cent coin. Millions were made, and countless examples have passed through cash registers, piggy banks, and coin jars over the decades. Yet a tiny detail on certain 1941 pennies has made them some of the most sought-after coins in the hobby. Could a penny from 1941 really be worth as much as $255,000? In rare cases, the answer is yes. The 1941 Lincoln wheat penny was minted during a pivotal period in American history. The nation was on the brink of entering World War II, and Lincoln cents were being produced in enormous quantities to meet circulation needs. These coins feature the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, a design that remained in use from 1909 through 1958. Because so many 1941 pennies were produced, most examples are common today. A typical circulated coin is usually worth only a few cents above face value. However, collectors know that certain rare varieties and minting errors can transform an otherwise ordinary coin into a major rarity. The feature that attracts the most attention is a rare minting error known as a double die obverse. A double die occurs during the die-making process. If the die receives more than one impression that is slightly misaligned, the design elements can appear doubled on every coin struck from that die. Unlike damage that occurs after a coin leaves the mint, a true double die is part of the coin itself. On rare 1941 Lincoln cents, this doubling may be visible on several key areas, including the date 1941. The word liberty. The motto, "In God we trust." To someone unfamiliar with coin collecting, the doubling may simply look like blurred lettering. As a result, many people overlook these coins entirely. Experienced collectors, however, know that genuine double die varieties can command substantial premiums. Collectors are always searching for coins that combine rarity, historical significance, and strong demand. The 1941 double die cent checks all 3 boxes. First, only a limited number of these error coins were produced. Second, many examples entered circulation and experienced decades of wear. Third, Lincoln cents remain one of the most popular series in American coin collecting. These factors create strong competition whenever a high-quality example appears on the market. As a result, values can rise dramatically, especially for coins that retain their original surfaces and sharp details.
When determining a coin's value, condition often plays an even bigger role than rarity. Most surviving 1941 pennies show signs of circulation, including scratches, discoloration, and worn details. Coins that escaped heavy use are much harder to find. Professional grading services evaluate coins based on factors such as surface preservation, original myntluister, strike quality, overall eye appeal. A worn double die penny might be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars, while an example graded near the top of the scale could be worth vastly more. The finest known specimens often attract intense interest from advanced collectors seeking the best available examples. Stories about valuable pennies often sound unbelievable, but rare Lincoln cents have repeatedly achieved remarkable prices at major auctions. When a coin combines a significant mint error, exceptional preservation, and strong collector demand, values can climb into 6-figure territory. This is why reports of rare 1941 cents being associated with values approaching $255,000 continue to capture attention throughout the collecting community. It's important to remember that not every 1941 penny is worth a fortune. Most are common coins. The extraordinary values are reserved for the rarest varieties in outstanding condition. If you own a 1941 Lincoln cent, it may be worth taking a closer look. Start by examining the date under magnification. Look for clear, separated doubling rather than simple wear or damage. Next, inspect the word liberty. Genuine double die examples often show noticeable separation in the lettering. Then, check the motto, "In God we trust." Strong examples may display visible doubling across several letters. Good lighting and a quality magnifying glass can make these details easier to spot. One important rule is to avoid cleaning the coin. Many people believe cleaning improves appearance, but collectors generally prefer original surfaces. Cleaning can significantly reduce a coin's value. If you think you have discovered an unusual example, consider having it evaluated by a reputable coin grading service or an experienced coin dealer. Double dies are not the only varieties worth searching for. Collectors also watch for off-center strikes, broad strike errors, die cracks, reponshead high-grade, uncirculated examples. While these varieties may not always reach the same values as a major double die, they can still be worth far more than face value. The 1941 Lincoln Wheat penny proves that extraordinary treasures can sometimes hide in the most ordinary places. A coin that appears common at first glance may contain a small detail that dramatically changes its value. Whether found in an old collection, a forgotten coin jar, or a family heirloom box, a 1941 penny deserves a careful inspection. The date, lettering, and overall condition could reveal a rare variety that most people would never notice. For coin collectors, that's part of the excitement. Sometimes the difference between an ordinary penny and a remarkable collectible comes down to one tiny detail hidden in plain sight.